Welcome back, trainers, and in this video we're going to be taking a look at an all-ghost team in the Open Ultra League. We're going to be using Giratina, Drifblim, and Jellicent. Yeah, we're going to have a little fun here. Let's see what we can pull off. Now, I'm going to be doing a new series like this as well. We got all kinds of new things coming down the pike here, so make sure you got notifications on, and if you can hit that like button to show me support, folks. That's all I'm asking for over here. So, this team is okay. I mean, it didn't do the best, but I just kind of wanted to see what the game was going to throw at me when I put 3 Ghost-type Pokemon on the team. And again, make sure you have notifications on because I do have other recordings lined up, ready to go with other teams using one specific type. Of course, they're going to have dual typings. You're going to have to pull off anything if we encounter a dark type. For instance, with this Ghost team, not looking too good, right? That's where Giratina comes in hand. Again, we got those other videos lined up, so it's going to be pretty interesting. And as a matter of fact, one did very, 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 very well. And I'm excited to bring you that soon. Okay, so we're met with a Lapras right out the gate. Okay. But again, we don't really have to worry about that charge move because more than likely they got Skull Bash, and that's also not very effective. And Ice Beam is going to be Legacy. Not too many people have that. So we're bringing them low enough for our Drifblim to farm them down, which we're going to be weak to Ice. Great. And they have a Cresselia in the back. Woo, boy, let's get it. So hopefully they don't have Future Sight, because if they do, it doesn't really matter. But I'm going to be going straight for the Shadow Ball here. I'm just going to be doing big damage, right? Shielding it up, it's going to be a Moonblast here. They've got 1 shield left. So now I'm going to go ahead and go for the Icy Wind. I would assume I get the shield here. Wow, okay, they're really holding on to that shield until the very end. Bringing in that Surfetched here. They're going to be shielding it up. Okay, swapping into our Giratina. If we caught a Brave Bird. Oh boy, we just caught a Brave Bird. Oh baby, let's get it. So we've got no more shields left. And here you go. Now this is going to be a Future Sight, but it is not going to be enough. And we're able to get to the Icy Wind, and this is looking good so far. All right, this was going to be my first game. Okay, so we're off to a great start. Next battle, met with a Gyarados, and I'm hoping, please show me Waterfall, and it's got Dragon Tail. Okay, all right, okay. All right, so we're going to throw Dragon Claw here. Unfortunately, we do not have Ancient Power, which would have bring them down into the low red, so I'm surprised they didn't shield that up. And we're going to be shielding that up. They're going to be bringing in an Obstagoon. Okay, so we're not looking good here. We're met with a Dragon Tail Gyarados, and now a Dark type. So our best bet is to just stay here. Okay, let this go since the counter's not going to be doing much. We swap into the Jellicent. It was a desperation move. All right, so I bring it in because it's more tanky than the Drifblim is going to be. Both of these kind of like circular ghost type floating things, which is going to be kind of funny here. And we are going with Bubble. Yeah, just for coverage potentially. I don't know. Hex is also going to be great. So I can't hit Shadow Ball. It's not very effective. So I'm just going to keep going Bubble Beam over and over again. They've got 2 shields. And I'm like, oh my gosh. There's got to be something in the back weak to Drifblim, like a fighter. There's got to be a fighter. Folks, I got my wish. Look at this. Look at this. Wait, maybe. Yep, there it is. Toxicroak. Oh, shoot. Are you serious? I'm thinking, damn, okay, this Ghost team's going to maybe do this. They've still got, 2 shields. So I lower their attack, and now everything they have is not very effective. Sludge Bomb's doing a little bit more than expected. I'm like, they still got 2 shields. I don't know. Could I have farmed them up a little bit more here? Yeah, sure. Could have probably done that and came out of this with a lot more energy. They've still got 2 shields, and, well, we're going to go ahead and start throwing these Icy Winds here. Do they want to finally shield up? And they are. With that Gyarados, we swap into our Jellicent, and I'm like, come on. This is just a little bit low here. I don't know if we're going to be able to pull it off. We've still got all Pokemon. They swap into their Obstagoon to absorb that. That Gyarados is loaded up on energy. I bring back the Drifblim, going for the Icy Wind. They've got 1 shield left. We're going to lower their attack here, but we've got a Dragon in the back, and we've got, an opponent with Dragon Tail. So the algorithm said, nah, we're going to kind of shut you down right about freaking now. And, well, they're going to be able to hit another crunch here and take the win. It was a good fight and a good game nonetheless. And I was still having fun with the Ghost team here. Next battle. Okay, now this is a little bit better than a lot better. And we're met with a Swampert. They're going to be swapping into a Charizard. Could I have swapped into the Jellicent a little bit faster? Sure, I could have, but I wanted to get this off. Seeing that we're going to be doing some big damage or maybe even getting a shield. I don't know why everybody's freaking letting everything go with my Giratina. I maybe need to swap over to Ancient Power. Okay. Because like, what is going on? I could have one shot of your Charizard, basically. So they're going to be blast burning me into oblivion and bringing back that Swampert. Now, I was contemplating what I should do here. So we're going to go ahead and lower their attack and then go for a Shadow Ball here. If we get a shield now, then I guess that's okay. We've lowered their attack. They're not going to really be able to farm me down necessarily with their Mud Shot here. So they're going to be throwing. Now, they definitely got more energy than what they need for the Hydro Cannon, right? So they're retreating with energy, and they've got a Togekiss in the back. Now, we've still got 2 shields, and this is looking fine here. Drifblim is, I'm not going to say a tank. It's got a decent amount of HP. Let's put it that way, right? So we're going to be able to absorb these charms at a pretty decent rate, shielding up that ancient power. And I was just hoping, please don't get the boost. Okay, that's all I need at this point here. We go for the Icy Wind, and it was at this point they force closed their app because they realized it was a wrap here. So yeah, we're just going to stick it out and battle them down here. It's not like, oh, you're taking cheap shots at somebody who can't attack back. They closed their app because they knew it was over. So we're going to keep it in here. Kind of like shame. What have I said before? If you're about to lose and you want to back out, I do it all the time too. Yeah, back out. Sure, it's no problem. It's not like, haha, you just lost. It's like you backed out, took a loss. Okay. Force closing your app is like a coward's thing. Anyways, next battle we're going to be met with a Muck, a Lowland, which is going to be dark. It does have Poison Jab. So we do have that working for us here, although we need to look out for that Dark Pulse. We'll let the first one go because the Poison Jab is really not going to be able to take us out here. And they're going to be swapping and bringing in a Florges. Oh, isn't that just gorgeous? All right. Letting it go. I got a little confused as to what I should do at this point here. So we're bringing in the Drifblim, going to lower their attack. Moonblast is still going to be doing a lot of damage to us here, but hopefully there's going to be something in the back that the Jellicent is going to be able to handle. We'll have to see. So we're going to let this go. It is going to be a Disarming Voice, still doing a lot of damage after we lowered their attack. That's kind of ridiculous. Letting the next one go as well, and they're swapping back into that Muck here. So since we can't go Shadow Ball, we're obviously going to go ahead and throw the Icy Wind here, and I swap into the Jellicent. So we can start farming up. I would suspect they're going to go with the Dark Pulse here, so we're going to go ahead and use our first shield and then farm them down, coming out of this battle with a lot of energy. And they've got a fighter in the back. Oh, it's this one. Okay, so this opponent is getting very brave. Let's say they like to play chicken. All right, they're very good at it too. Okay, let's just say that. So I hitting them with charge move after charge move, and they're letting it go. They're like, okay, you just wasted all that energy by debuffing me and not even doing that much damage. I'm going to retreat with energy, and you're going to not get the debuff anymore on my Machamp. Bringing back that Florges, bringing in the Jellicent, and I'm like, come on. Did I really just handle this battle? This was in the bag. I could have went for a Shadow Ball, but there's that woulda, coulda, shoulda thing. I was trying to get shields. They still have 2, but they were holding their damn ground. Very nice, and calling 2 Bubble Beams. Okay. All right, so we're going to get their first shield from that Bubble Beam there, and they're not going to use that last shield. They don't want to. They say, hey, I don't need to. I am going to not use it for whatever reasons here. Waiting to the very end for, I don't know, whatever they got going on in their mind here, but I'm hitting another one, literally trying to get their shields, and I didn't get it that time. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. I actually thought I was going to lose. I was like, come on. Dude, I get it. You don't want to use that shield. All right, so the battle was almost over by time, but we're taking that win barely there. Next battle, we're going to be met with a Cresselia, which is okay, I guess. We do have Dragon Breath, which is still going to be fine. It's not a super effective Shadow Claw. Then we do have Shadow Sneak, so I guess that's where it's going to be coming in handy out of all the battles that I did do here. Technically, you're going to probably want to roll with Ancient Power on your Giratina. Now, do you want to use this all Ghost team? I'm not going to really recommend it. The next one that I do have, which is all a specific type, I will recommend that. I'm not going to give any hints as to what type I'm going to be using, but you'll see. Giratina is surviving like a freaking champion with 1 HP to get out that Shadow Sneak. That's what I'm talking about. Bringing in Drifblim to farm them down here. That's all we can really do. I'm not going to shield this up. We'll let it go. It's a Moonblast. It is going to do a decent amount, but that's okay. Coming out of this with a lot of energy. So let's see what they got back here. It's going to be a Talonflame. So we're going to go ahead and start hitting the Icy Wind, which is going to be doing a decent amount, also lowering their attack here. We do have that Jellicent in the back, which is going to be able to resist the fire. So we have that going for us, but we also have to look out for a Brave Bird. After we got all their shields, we're going to go ahead and try to catch a Flame Charge here. Don't think they're going to want to go Brave Bird up against our Jellicent. And they've got a Togekiss in the back, another one of these Togekiss. Okay, going to go for Shadow Ball. And I think we want to go for another Shadow Ball. We don't want to play any games here. And we definitely want to shield this up because we don't want the Drifblim with that low of health to go up against it. So we're just going to go for the Shadow Ball right out the gate here. Still in yellow. We're perfectly fine. Good to go. Talonflame is going to have a little bit of trouble here. Now, Flame Charge may not KO me, but I'm still going to shield it up because I want to get to the Shadow Ball, which is going to be doing quite a bit of damage here. I could have went for Bubble Beam. Let's not stretch this out. Swapping into the Jellicent or to the Drifblim and then farming them down and taking that win with our Ghost team. Let's go. What are we going to be met with again? A Swampert. Okay, I'll take it. Let's get it. All right, no problem at all. Earthquake's still going to be doing a decent amount, but we don't have to worry about that stupid, spammy Hydro Cannon, right? All right, so we're going to go ahead and go for, obviously, Dragon Claw and just keep working them here. But they're going to be going for Earthquake, which is going to be doing a decent amount. But they're going to have to shield this up if they do want to win this matchup here. Let's see if they do, and they're letting it go. Great, winning that first one. And they're bringing in a Wall Ray. Now, this is now getting a little bit bad. So I swap into the Jellicent, hoping that we're going to be able to come back full circle because we do have the Drifblim, which is also going to be weak to Ice. So we got 2 Pokemon weak to Ice, which is not great. But, hey, we got to work with what we got here. Could have went with some other ghosts, but I found this one to be pretty good and dynamic here for what we're going to be encountering, and it worked out okay. There's only so much you can do with one specific type. Their dual typings do help them out immensely. All right, so we're up against a Muck here, and what is this? A Snarl? Is that Poison Jab? Wasn't really paying attention. They're going to be hitting me with a Dark Pulse. All right, we still got 2 shields, so we bring in the Giratina. This thing is a saving grace of the team a lot of times because of that Dragon Breath that just digs right through those dark types, bringing back the Wall Rain to almost farm us down. We're getting to a Dragon Claw here, but this is honestly not looking great because we have Drifblim in the back. Now, at this point, I was going to push back out, but let's just go ahead and entertain this battle to see what we can do here. Obviously, we're going to be going for the Icy Winds, and they're going to be using up their shields, and I thought there might be a hint of me to potentially win, and there was, and there actually was, and I was not going to include this battle here because of what they did here. You're going to see. Well played on their end. It was looking like we were going to be able to potentially pull this off, but they catch an Icy Wind with their last Pokemon that they had lying in the back there, that Muck with no health, and that right there was the thing that pulled it off for us. I don't know if we were going to be able to actually win, but it was looking pretty close. But props to them. Good catch, good game. Got to give people credit where credit is due. See, a lot of times I don't like to show losses because I don't know if these people or that specific trainer that I went up against is one of these idiots running their mouth about me, and I don't want to give them any credit whatsoever. But hey, the hell with it. If they are, then hey, welcome to the channel. They're fans anyways because, you know, all these people that are hating over me are actually secretly obsessed. All right, we're up against Cobalion. All right, we're going to go ahead and bring in that Jellicent to absorb whatever they throw at us. Obviously going to be going for that Stone Edge, and Jellicent just tanking it like a boss. Well, we are going to be resisting that quick move here. Getting to the Shadow Ball, we've seen how much that Stone Edge did do, so we can easily let this next one go while their quick move is not going to be taking this out anytime soon, while Jellicent is a pretty tanky Pokemon. Going for the Shadow Ball, they're letting it go, and we're able to farm them down. I thought they would be able to get to another one, so this is perfect. Bringing in Virizion, which is going to be super effective to us, so I decided to go ahead and just go for the Shadow Ball, landing that great, bringing in our Giratina, as we do have the Drifblim that is going to be able to handle that Virizion later down the line. Now, if it does have Stone Edge, that is going to hurt us, but we are going to be able to survive that still, and we have Icy Wind on that thing, so it's going to be doing quite a bit. Charizard back into the battle here. We have got 1 shield. They've got 1 shield going for a Dragon Claw. Do they want to use that last shield here? And they do. Sounds good to me. So what we're going to do is let this go. Hopefully it's going to KO. I think they... Oh, fortunately, they're going to be able to get 1 quick move with the farm. So we bring in our Jellicent to just have them use up their energy here, and then we're going to bring in the Drifblim, farm them down, and we're going to be looking good to go here. So they didn't back out, so props to them. It's already looking like a loss here. Letting this go. What is it going to be? A Leaf Blade. I wonder if they don't have Stone Edge on that. Going for the Icy Wind. This is not going to quite KO. I think a couple more quick moves. Oh, never mind. That's going to be enough to take them out, and we take the win. Thank you for watching, and take care.
It's out of my hand, but I'm still in control. It's out of my hand. You can never take away the power of my
Hey! So you're finally here. Fantastic.
It's out of my hand, but I'm still in control. It's out of my hand. You can never take away the power of my soul.
So compromise where you can. Where you can't, don't. Even if everyone is telling you that something wrong is something right. Even if the whole world is telling you to move. It is your duty to plant yourself like a tree, look them in the eye and say no. You move.